Hello, detectives and delusionists. My name is TB Skyn, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I don't want to do anything except play Hildebrand quests right now, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue where we left off last time, with a Phantom Thief having gotten one over on both Hildebrand and the ostensibly more competent detective. So let's see if Ellie has another lead for us.
Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigation on my own since we last parted. I believe I found our Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Guguremu, a prominent member of East Aldenar Trading Company. Her eyes and hair are a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate.
That seems abusive.
But this is all about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed, and not just to anyone, mind you, to the heir to the Bruguier Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not gonna miss, and you're welcome to come along.
To Costa del Sol?
You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once.
Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might have just a moment of...
Ah, yes, that two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled Phantom Thief in his letter of challenge. If you've come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I've not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy.
Okay. Those guys have chump gear.
The brass blades of Garaba, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say just one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last.
Well, if the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous?
Consulting Inspector Preordine, your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I promise some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade.
My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not one whit of your precious gil.
Very well. Let's see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances.
Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector. After you slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident you can catch our thief this time around?
A man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker, with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless, he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vance, would be an obvious target for a thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. Yaltanalto and his wife, Sainana. The guests of honor will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gugaremu himself. Finally, we have Levenhart, a steward of Gugaremu's estate and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless, the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. I was wondering when he was going to notice. Hildebrand Mandeville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. Oh, the pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Beardine. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. I do like the detail that Hildebrand seems to be able to make friends everywhere he goes. Like, he's so personable and people just like him. I like that. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease, yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry... Right, actually, let's do it like this.
Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Mandeville man can.
Is she doing kitty cat poses at him? Oh, Lord.
He does realize there's still a fish in his head, doesn't he?
Good Inspector, I realize we may never seem eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case.
Me assist you. Aren't you a funny man? It makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. How do you keep making that same mistake? In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I'll be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. This is just delightful. Like, this is just enjoyable fun. Video games should be fun. Everyone gets to hold the idiot ball in Hildy quests. Oh, indeed. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Brick. You were there when the Phantom Thief and the guys of Lady Dorilda stole off with the Treaty Blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? The obvious answer. And yet, all too many, a certain self-styled gentleman comes to mind, could not recognize a clue if it hit them upside the face. Your observation is astute. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will. Clearly, Our man is no ordinary thief. Magic's far outside the grasp of the common folk are at his disposal. This, in itself, gives us insight into his identity and his ways. How do you know it's a man? And yet, that is not what caught my eye. No. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Dorilda. He was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We're dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom, Brick. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? Precisely. Clearly you're far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, fewer words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who had drawn near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for a man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades have been assigned to serve as bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of the thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Oh, indeed. Okay. Hey, dude. How you doing? Who wants to bet that that is the thief and we're just gonna let him get, like, we are gonna be the way that he gets into the party?
Oh, excellent. You're one of the less incompetent assistants I've worked with.
Thank the gods. Please, free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive.
There. Now, tell me all you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief.
Well, we just arrived in Costa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Kugurema gave each of us our orders, who would be looking after and the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack to the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped to my skivvies.
Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Kugurema. Who was to be your charge?
My memory is hazy, but... one was Morgan, father the groom. The other was a Lalafellan gent from Limsa.
Yalta Nalto. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact?
Well, come to think of it, yes, there was also the Steward Lirenhard. I was to review him with the schedule of events. To review with him, rather. Discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing.
Morgan, Yalta Nalto, and Leonhard.
Thank you.
For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proven astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of the gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence.
Ah, there you are, my friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and your Inspector Briardine's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morkins, Yalta Nalto, and the Stuart Lowenheart, you say? Well, this does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildebrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the Inspector shall be none the wiser. If he'd hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so.
Ah, there's one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue you are.
Oh, good. That's not going to cause problems. Yeah, why did we tell Hildebrand Nero? Why did we?
Stand back, fiend. Friend, the man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put the case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear. Miss Ellie, ready your quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handled down from Mandeville men of ages past, to reveal our foe.
I can think of few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch a thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal, too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word.
Capital! This is why you're my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Gigarimi, and a fine morning it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the
Hildebrand.
enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella's my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you anyway? Guards! Guards!
Now, hold your chocobos, Gugaremo. I recognize the lad. This is Hildebrand, an agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have you? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude. Eh, Vans?
Phantom thief? Balderdash and rod, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all.
Oh, I hate him already.
He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Suspicious.
He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you.
Hey, that's me, Vans, ever calm in the face of danger. Truly is his father's son.
A worthy heir to the Brugaire Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Which reminds me, Master Vans, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day.
Oh, that old trinket. 'Twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers when we are wed.
The time-honored Mandeville art of parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unusual.
Let's not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan.
Whoops! I'm supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan.
I sought only to earn the trust of the families before consulting Yaltonolto and Leonhard, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend.
Okay. Let's go cause more problems on purpose.
I've not seen your faces around here. We're the East Eleanor Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, which, sir. Very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Eleanor Trading Company. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Do tell. Is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sinana is here's no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Yaltonalto, the Brugaire Consortium, and this is my wife, Sinana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time. What with all manner of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragores. Nasty buggers, the lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of it. Oh. Yeah, you have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't you? Oh, well, but of course I once spent a year honing body and mind with a fist of Ralga. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra once a day.
And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless bands of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mythal and educate yourself from time to time?
A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they'll not rest until every fruit and vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived some time ago.
Oh, settle down, Sinana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. With that, I'd best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy! None of those three was suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, there's a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nasho, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm.
You speak so fast, Inspector. The sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? I give up hope. If the many faces will laugh last, the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briardine will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses.
Quite so, Miss Elliot. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lowenhard spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briardine will be got back before long. Come, Nasho, this is no time to delay.
Okay, let's see where this is going.
Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears our man Lowenhard spoke... true? You gods! Are those explosives I spy concealed among these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear we have found our phantom thief after all.
Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely.
Nasho, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation?
Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought... does it mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either?
Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now, set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briardine is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now, let's dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise.
And finding Inspector Briardine explode, a fiery demise? Got it! Are you sure about that? Uh-oh, don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time.
Why is he walking through the water?
You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here.
But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briardine come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire.
Brick and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it.
Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return for your creations once Inspector Briardine has been let safely from the scene. Investigation calls us and we must heed its cry.
So, how is that driftwood stick gonna be relevant, I wonder? Seriously, why is he walking through the water? What a weird thing to do. So, Hildebrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed.
Hey, indeed. But enough about Hildebrand. Brick and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and,
An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot over there by the crate should suffice.
There of all places? Surely we could find somewhere more scenic.
I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some privacy.
Yes, Inspector, privacy, indeed. Bloody hells. Oh, don't worry, Brick. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs.
Little late for that, I feel.
Is it just me or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go somewhere warm.
I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long.
If you insist, Inspector.
Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by a quarry, I've identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yaltinalto, and Leonhard. The 3 of us shall split up, with each keeping watch over... Subtle. Real subtle. Ahem. Are the 2 of you listening?
Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector.
You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I, too, feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there's no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire.
Methinks the inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal.
Oh dear. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flintstone on my person. Oh, they're setting it up so hard. The look on Brick's face is pretty good too.
There's no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual. Why are you saying this? To lose his firm grip on that fiery torch?
Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee, it's flying!
What have we here? I see where it's going. Everything's proceeding according to my master plan. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? His powers of observation are like not that great.
Surely a jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual card, see? Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman.
Perhaps so, but I must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. What is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt.
The final page?
Confounding Inspector Briardine will meet a fiery Demise. Dolly Raxum. Ah! Oh, they're teasing it so hard. That is physically unfeasible. Of course. Hey, has Hildebrand lost his memory again? That would be funny. You saw through the fiend's ruse. But how?
Let's just call it reporter's intuition. Are you hurt?
A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Oh God, he smiled. Oh no. Hildebrand Mandeville, were you able to learn all of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life?
Well, I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive.
Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest others come to harm.
Vigilance, yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Foul's teeth, those vegetables cost a fortune and they're ruined. Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in jail.
What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe?
Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Why was it on the beach in the first place, by the way? Master Guguremo bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed.
Good gosh, this is no thief, that's a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables of considerable rarity, see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days, what with the mandragoras at large. Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive.
The mandragoras. I've heard tale of this fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal?
All the rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it was very closely resembled the Eortian dragon pepper. I say from its color, which was the deep purple.
Oh, methinks you dost worry too much, Master Leonhardt. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back.
I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerber proved unable to resist them.
Oh, a formidable foe indeed. Were there only a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for his own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, I, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables, deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner.
You're truly our godsend, adventurer. One Sundamal of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gurama's like to cook me instead. Oh, please, friend, you're my only hope.
A gentleman would never let his comrades face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together.
It's just nice. It's just nice, man. I like to take a look at the costumes every once in a while, and there's some nice ones out here. Oh, that's cool. It's like a kimono kind of arrangement sort of thing. That is the final... That's Squall. Yeah, that's exactly Squall. Oh, that's a cute dress. Is he okay? Hey, there's a band playing. How do you coordinate that? Like, because there must be lag. Like, yeah, that must be scripts, right? Like, they must be using scripts. Also, that is genuinely a fantastic Eggman cosplay. Or Ivo Robotnik, I guess, technically. I always do have a weakness, though, for the simple outfits. Like, the ones that just look kind of like simple street fashion. They just, like... There's something... Like, when you have the option to dress up as bloody well anything. Anything under the sun, anything on Earth. I always have sort of appreciation for people who just, like, dress up in so... Oh my god, is that a Vivi costume? Holy shit! Oh, I want that. I have like a weakness for people who dress up in just, like, normal clothes. Oh, the baseball cap! Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. Oh, hello. Are you taking in the sun, or... That's Cloud Strife's... Yeah, that's Cloud Strife costume. Ooh, nice color coordination. That looks good. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, quests.
If you come from the Mandragoras, I fear you're half a bell too late. That's where we last it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprit, you might lend an ear to his sad tale.
Ah, is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docked by Fisherman's Bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us be swiftly on our way.
Okay. Aleport it is. Should I have motorbike it? Biked? Nah.
Oh, don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip or something. Think I jest, do you? You'd be singing a different tune if I shot tomato juice and almost took out your eyes and did mine. My eye! By the time I'd regained my wits, they'd already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined, ruined. If I never see another bleeding onion until the end of my days, it'll be too soon.
Poor guy.
To hear most say it, the Mandragoras are a nasty lot, right pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow Franz from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards had a far greater scheme, revolution. Mantis, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. Huh? Oh. This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression, I could have swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Oh, bucker me if it ain't the undead overlord what fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you... Aye, could it be? The adventure what bested the thief and duelist in single combat?
I mean, not really single combat as such, but sure.
Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? Oh, but that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud, and I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planning themselves a whole army of their own kinds on the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them before your harvest comes. In any case, I've solved in my day, but I've not matched wits with sentient plant life before. They should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbra!
Ta-da! Something is saying something to me. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. And trust me, you do not want hostile gaze upon you. It's not a fun time. I had to lock my Twitter for a whole week. Oh, hey, skeletons. Of course.
Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Down here somewhere.
What? Oh, hey. Oh, you're large. So yeah, full core to them. Yeesh.
In purple default, my friend. I only wish I'd seen the battle with my own eyes. You may go on ahead to Costa so I shall be along as soon as I extricate myself.
And oh, someone redeemed the thing. Okay. I see. I missed that completely. Someone redeemed a channel point thing, which clearly needs to be made a little bit more expensive. Fine. I, Inspector Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, will smooch conniving Inspector Hildebrand. Not sure you meant to do Hildebrand twice there, but that's what you get. Lalafell Defense Squad.
Your return. I feared you might end up a tasty snack for a crazed head of cabbage.
No, we've got it.
Oh, the stolen food stuff. You saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those stolen purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gorem is particular about the seasonings.
Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before.
That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the case. Now, there must be some clue that yet eludes us.
Caw, the peppers have changed color.
What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigate.
A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Leonhardt described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate?
But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious.
Oh, did I say purple? Well, I meant purplish blue or bluish purple. Oh, the two colors are really quite similar when you think about it.
These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time.
Ha! The charade is up. After the man.
It is as I suspected all along. The Gauls have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the feat must be just brought to justice.
Oh, thank you for gifting that sub, Angius. You can run, but you cannot.
Aha! You thought you could sprint this Mandeville man? You are sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest.
Done in by a snipper. A fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask.
Oh, well, where am I? Who are you?
Ah, playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones.
But wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when, Miss Arabella, I must find her at once. Oh, my head.
It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Leonhardt.
I swear my life that this so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades in patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me.
Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him.
There's still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely he has had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present.
An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Leonhardt back to the estate that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety.
Oh, they're out for revenge. Huh. Who speaks? I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those who took from you what was yours. Ah, there's the false Leonhardt. Let's just use his voice then.
Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Now the game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball?
Aren't you a little tall to be a Lalafell?
Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once.
Oh, Lewin, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers.
Lovely though these flowers may they are unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I'm Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy.
Pleasure's mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true?
I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart. For as long as Hildebrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Mandeville name.
Well, the gods smile on me indeed to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion. And yet, You seem pensive, my lady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vance. Why, I have not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure, wear it always, the message said. I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle.
Miss Arabella, you must not say such things.
An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met? Unconscionable.
Father says that this marriage must happen. That is the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true old Don. But if I may be bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood?
Well, gee, do you think?
Oh, quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me on his own, as his own. He took in Lewin as well, though as a servant rather than a son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me, he's the man who gave me warmth and hope when I had none. I will learn to love Vans if that will make Father happy.
You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days?
If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I, as well, must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends.
Do I sense a clever mind at work here, Miss Arabella? We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested mandible art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove invaluable in your adventures, as it has in my investigations, or, failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me.
Okay, then we go.
Then we cancel our teleportation by jumping on accident. Ul'dah is quite a mess in a lot of ways. Yeah, Ul'dah sucks. It's garbage. It's a terrible place that should be completely burnt down in a violent proletarian revolution, but, you know, that's for another day. Inspector Briardine, I've seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I've canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere.
Oh, Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own.
There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage.
But Inspector, Vans and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence.
Huh. That is none of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert of creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up or the like, like you always do? Inspector Briardine, I knew the day you would come that you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Vance. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what needs must be done. The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity.
Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying around.
Perfect. Brick, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Okay. I'ma go steal some clothes. Some girls' clothes. That's not weird.
Has the Lapis maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will.
Well, that was easy.
Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me?
Here, put on some shitty clothes.
Servant's garb? But why?
Miss Arabella, with a thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise me that you will not leave my sight.
But the ceremony... Father will be furious. And Lord Vance.
We're dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. For the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety.
We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it.
Lewin, if Father heard you saying such things...
Well, I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I've put your life in danger. Besides, we have not just one but two skilled inspectors on the case. It'll not be long until the fiend is brought to justice.
Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector?
Brick, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return before the festivities begin. Okay, so who's gonna put the dress on? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Someone's gonna do it.
Ah, you return? Me? Oh, well, I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vance at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. There must have been some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vance before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend, I assure you that Inspector Briadine and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities?
Oh, this is gonna be good. Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about?
Friends, families, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguer Consortium and the East Eldonard Trading Company.
We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation.
Oh, the Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vance is the luckiest bastard in the realm.
Oh, Yaltanoltos, and honored guests. It's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vance, future chair of the Bruguer Consortium, because of course we have to pass these things down family lines and not by competence. Haha, that's capitalism. To Arabella, daughter of Master Cucuramo of the East Eldonard Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Well, he seems to be wearing gloves there. Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. I know what's coming.
Damn you, Hildebrand Mandeville. You had one job.
Yeah. It was predictable.
She's She's beautiful.
With a rebel expecting otherwise, she's my bride after all.
2, 1.
Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me.
My sun and stars, yes, 1,000 times, yes. I am yours, and Hildebella. Well, I mean, good for her.
And shall be forevermore.
What have you done with my bride, you Hey! None of that, you little shithead. Cross-dressing deviant. Fuck off. He's fucking flexing. Not quite what I intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. Stop flexing. The fiend now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vans. Or shall I call you by another name, the thief of many faces? Me, the thief? Are you mad? Well, it appears my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father Guguremu and her steward Lowenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vans, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considering this light, that would you not say that your reaction upon seeing my face was most... If you just had your assistant do it... most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces.
And anyone else with half their wits about them?
Yep.
How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once, lock him up in jail, and throw away the key!
And yet Vans is the only person there wearing gloves, isn't he?
Oh, Arabella? Oh, thanks God you're safe. Come with me quickly, there's a dangerous madman about.
How would he recognize her? A glove on his right hand. Could it be?
The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine.
That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him!
No. 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 Absolutely not.
You came all this way for me?
You love me. You really, really love me. Little transphobic, maybe. Just like...
The attention is most flattering, but I've taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Miss Vance was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I'm so sorry.
For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I could ever have hoped for. Vance and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who's taught me this lesson.
Oh, God.
For the love of the gods, someone find him a change of clothes.
I don't know. I think it looks good on him.
But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said that he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Yet in the end, he took only her necklace.
Well, now that you mention it, Master Gurema told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Brook Air collection, known by many as Azima's virtue.
The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh no! Oh, the poor little guy.
Over here, Inspector. It says, made you look.
Of course. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may well do so again.
Verily, Inspector, one can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer.
Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine.
Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief, most certainly.
Seriously, why does he look like that? They're doing the anime Shadow Man thing, I know, but Wow, it looks uncanny and weird. I've noticed I don't even gain experience on these quests. Not that I mind. The Parlay minigame is now available. You've unlocked the Parlay minigame. Entertain yourselves as many Mandeville Man has done before you by opening the toy chests in any room. Okay, then.
To the victor goes a priceless treasure, while the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Our
Oh my god, it's Ultros!
Can a Mandeville Man triumph over terrors and win the day?
It's Ultros! Holy shit! Oh my god.
The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? Guess we'll find out next time.
Those teasers are good. Seriously though, Ultros? Ah, fuck yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, well, it's gonna have to wait though, because this seems like a decent place to cut an episode. Another adventure successfully completed alongside the astute Inspector Hildebrand. So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Final Fantasy XIV with me, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below if you want to. I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar. You can use those if you want. Memberships on my YouTube channel gives you early access to episodes before they come out. If you want, you can subscribe on the Twitch channel where I record these episodes live to watch the broadcasts on that channel long before they get pulled out as episodes even, so there's early access, and then there's other early access where, like, you get the stuff that happens in between the recordings where I just hang out and chat with chat and stuff, if you want. So yeah, lots of ways to give me money, but you don't have to. It's completely okay. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to wear a mask and wash your hands, take vaccines as and when they become necessary, and try to act with solidarity towards those who are worse off than yourself.